Hey, good Thursday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majeski back here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your weather update here on your July 24th, 2025. Now, before we get rolling, we always like to say thank you. Welcome aboard any new followers here on our growing little channel. And if you're not yet officially a follower, please give our main Facebook page a like today. Now, if you're watching over on YouTube, you know what you got to do. Hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future updates. Well, the story continues to be what's coming at us as we go toward next week. And we're not talking about a major storm system or anything like that. We're talking about the heat. And we're looking at a pretty impressive heat wave, probably some of the hottest temperatures we've seen across North Georgia in quite a few years. So the good news is I don't see it sticking around for that long, but most of next week it's really going to be a steamer. So you want to check out my latest 7-day numbers here in just a second. But first, let's go ahead and take a live look right there in Helen, Georgia. Got some sunshine, some clouds around. Hey, good day to go tubing, that's for sure. I think a lot of folks will be tubing this weekend. You know, kind of the last little respite before the kids all head on back to school there. But definitely looking pretty nice there in Helen, Georgia here for today, as well as up into Blue Ridge, Georgia as well. Got plenty of sunshine, a few clouds. If anything does pop up shower-wise, it's going to be very, very isolated for today, I think, for the most part. Let's go ahead and take a look at what our watches and warnings. We're clear for the moment. I'm showing this to show that we are clear, but you see all these orange here and some of these purple. I think that some of that's going to really be encouraging here across Alabama, Georgia, starting sometime this weekend and really coming in for next week. So get ready. Get those air conditioning units serviced and ready for what's coming at us here. Now, looking at our radar, we're pretty good. We got a few showers here coming in from the south into Gwinnett County up toward Barrow County, but nothing across North Georgia here per se from Dalton over to Helen looking pretty clear. Again, couldn't rule out a stray shower for today, but I think we're going to be okay for the rest of your Thursday afternoon. Checking out the tropics real quick, still tracking this little system along the Gulf Coast here, really enhancing the rains down here toward the south. Again, we're looking at about a 10% chance. This thing should kind of move into Texas, I think, and pretty much kind of fizzle itself out here. Looking at the satellite radar imagery here, satellite lightning data, I should say here. Latest, you kind of see the storms here right along the Gulf Coast. There's some scattered clouds here across Alabama and Georgia. This will continue to trek off in this direction, and we should be looking at a pretty good day. Again, still looking kind of wet and unsettled across the Gulf Coast here, probably for another couple of days. So if you're planning on going down to the Gulf Coast there from Destin over to Panama City or Pensacola, just plan on some pretty active sea breeze showers and thunderstorms, I think, at least for the next couple of days. All right, so here we go. Look at our surface map. We got weak high pressure over the Carolinas here. We got some scattered showers here across central Georgia and Alabama. North Georgia, North Alabama really looking pretty good. You see the wet and rainy conditions along the Gulf Coast today. That will probably continue to be the case for tomorrow before things begin to dry out for this weekend. So let's go ahead and take a look at our latest model data. Let's see what we can see in there right now as we're looking at the high resolution model here. Again, notice the timestamp there in your right-hand corner here. Again, looking at the unsettled weather here for you Thursday. And we're going to do it again for tomorrow as well. You see the scattered showers here are pretty much all into Friday as well. So again, looking at, we want to see again a scattered shower or two, not out of the question going for Friday. Nothing too widespread, but it's really going to dry out for this weekend, and then things are really going to be heating up here as we go into this upcoming weekend. So just get ready for that. Again, we're just going to remain unsettled there. Like I said, anywhere along the Gulf Coast, you're going to continue to see that. But you see the scattered showers here throughout the day on your Friday. I'll let this loop through one more time here as you kind of see those scattered showers looping up from the south today. Not looking bad. But then you go into tomorrow, going to Friday afternoon again. You'll see some of these scatters. There they are, kind of popping up in here and there. So very kind of isolated again. I got the rain chances relatively low for tomorrow. All right, except for maybe extreme North Georgia. They may see a few more scattered up that way. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at your forecast maps here. Let's go for the next week. Again, the word for next week is just HOT. It's just going to be plenty hot here as we go into this weekend. Again, the Gulf Coast is going to stay kind of wet there on your Friday. Saturday also kind of lingering a little bit, but this should be improving down here if you're going down to the Gulf Coast. Not looking too bad there on Saturday. Sunday, though, things really start to dry out here. And look at that big area of high pressure. This big high that's going to kind of set a lot of sinking here. A lot of this heat's going to be kind of moving down this way. We got a frontal system that's going to kind of do a little squeeze play going into next week. So it's really going to build in here as we go into next week. So again, going into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week, it's just going to be plenty hot. There's that frontal system up here toward the north. We're going to watch it. This is a pretty good cool shot. It's going to be kind of swinging into the northeast. I think we might see another backdoor cold front here going to the end of next week. So there's that big high by Thursday. This thing should be shifting over this way. You notice this frontal system coming down to the south. That's going to increase our rain chances here. I'm going a little bit above guidance on day 7 on this in anticipation of that front to kind of be more of a trigger mechanism here. Still kind of hot, but I think by Friday the temperature should begin to back off a little bit. But of course, that's still a week away. We'll have to track that closely to see how it works out for us, all right? So let's go ahead and take a look at your forecast here for tomorrow. Again, tomorrow, one more seasonable day. Let's just call it Friday, wrapping up the work week as a seasonable forecast. 92, 73, 20-30% chance of rain again. Most areas, you're going to be dry tomorrow for the most part, mostly sunny skies. Morning lows here, mostly in the 70s, except for a few upper 60s up in the mountains. Par for the course, not bad here. Low to mid 70s. Daytime highs tomorrow. Mix of 80s. A little bit milder, hotter over toward the west. Got a little bit of a westerly wind coming in, a southwesterly or westerly wind. You get that kind of wind blowing. It typically is a little bit hotter off toward the east here. But again, not too bad. Do you think these are bad now? Just wait till next week, my friend. They're really going to be bad. 96 Nashville, 89 down. Again, stormy along the Gulf Coast. Kind of rainy down there. 93 over in Savannah. Pair of 97s in Charlotte and Columbia. Here we go with the next 7 days, and this has not changed all that much. Still looking at some very hot weather here. 95, 97. Again, I anticipate probably by at least Sunday we'll get those heat advisories back at us. 100, 99, 100. These are Gainesville temperatures, so you're not going to get much relief here. And then I got 98 with a rain chance coming up on Thursday. I'm going a little above guidance on that rain chance. Just make sure that front coming in. We'll see. Like I said, it's going to change. You know it will, as we got another whole week to kind of track this. But definitely going to be an extended period of some very hot weather. As I've been saying over the last couple of days, anticipating what's coming at us, just make sure you got those AC units ready to go. You changed out your filters. You haven't done so, do it this weekend. Change your air filters in your house. Make sure your units outside are unobstructed so they can breathe and keep you cool. The better those air conditioning units can breathe, the better they can function and keep you cool. So please do that as well. All right, again, appreciate everybody helping us out here on the channel. Getting close, I think, by Saturday. We should crack 9,000, so that's a pretty good number to get to by Saturday. And hopefully by the end of the month, we'll get to 10,000. That gets us right back to Facebook professional status. It kind of opens up the toolboxes here to kind of do things from a channel, postings, and we've already got our subscriber service going. If you want to help us out there, you can subscribe to the channel as well. And the stars pro, so we'll start getting the monetization going here a little bit. Hopefully we'll be able to put those funds back into the product. Ultimately, though, we try to get to 100,000. We got a long way to go. And that is so we can attract advertisers and sponsors for the channel to kind of upgrade our capabilities to more professional level equipment and eventually a 24-hour channel. At least that's the long-term goal. So can't do it without your help. So please help us out and give us a follow if you can. All right, that's y'all's update for today. Take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you next time. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.